everyone, what's up? AB Scott, this is your boy Abbas. Welcome back to the family. Welcome back to AB React. Guys, we are back in checking out another interesting video on this channel. So today we are going to be checking out another Douglas Murray video, and if you know you're ready to see this or also watch this video with me, do well to smash a like button, join your family, join AB React by clicking on your subscribe button and then on notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I upload a video. If you have recommendation, suggestion, guys, always do well to leave them right there in the comment section. All right, AB Squad, let me not waste your time. Let's do this, guys.
There's an illegal occupation of Gaza. Why did you say that?
That Israel has completely encircled Gaza. Nothing goes in, nothing goes out, as you know.
Well, as you know, if you've been, Gaza also has a border with Egypt. Why do you not mention Egypt? Don't misinform your viewers. And you can go back. Well, I'm not misinforming your viewers. I'm informing them because you're not. The point that I'm trying to make, which
Israel
you keep
moved away
on,
from Gaza, and Gaza has been sealed off ever since.
You keep on trying to distract everyone from is that Israel took every Jew from Gaza in 2005, handed it over to the Palestinians, who then voted in Hamas, and to the great detriment of the Palestinian people. They have been ruled by Hamas for the last 18 years. If you want to look to the source of the conflict, look to that fact.
Have an enormous amount of potential in South Africa, and it has been wasted by the government in recent years, which has been so corrupt. I mean, so unbelievably corrupt on a scale which it just boggles the mind. It's a sort of corruption of a sort of Middle Eastern level. That's how good the leadership are at that. All the time, of course, it's fascinating. They do. One of the things I found most interesting was, of course, South Africa's government's been grandstanding on the international stage in recent months by taking Israel to the International Court of Justice for a charge of genocide they couldn't hold up. Of course, they couldn't, because it's not true. But it's very interesting. You know, whenever any government does something totally grandiose like that, you can always tell they're going to distract you. They're trying to distract you and particularly their people from things they're not doing. You know, I said to audiences in South Africa, it's that question of, you should look at the hand that the magician has that you're not meant to be looking at. And in the case of the South African government, the ANC, corrupt ANC government, they've presided over a period not just of this corruption, but the lowest education standards in Africa, which Somalis are better educated than South Africans. They've got more than 50% youth unemployment, which everywhere I go, when I notice that sort of thing, it's just the biggest tragedy. Young men in particular just hanging around with nothing to do. It's unbelievable, appalling. Many of them have actually got degrees because they were told that was the way to do it, and they're in debt and they're unemployable because there aren't any jobs. These are the sorts of real world effects of misgoverning a country like the ANC has in recent years. There's an election coming up. It's not quite clear how it'll shake out, but I would hope that the South African public will vote for a dramatic change of scene, because the ANC has so much goodwill in the 1990s in the country and internationally, and they've just spent it and spilt it in totally unforgivable ways.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has discussed the rift in his relationship with US President Joe Biden. The growing tension between the allies comes as Israel prepares for a final assault on the southern city of Rafah, where millions of Palestinians have fled to.
As the fighting continues in northern and central Gaza, the rift between President Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appears to be deepening. On Tuesday, Netanyahu briefed his cabinet on his discussions with the president, using the word argument for the first time, and focusing on the upcoming offensive against the remaining Hamas elements in the southern city of Rafah, where millions of Palestinians have fled since the start of the war.
We have an argument with the Americans about the need to enter Rafah. We see no way to eliminate Hamas militarily without destroying these remaining battalions.
Diplomats were hoping a new ceasefire deal would prevent a large-scale offensive in the city, and negotiators are still holding talks in Qatar. But there's been little progress reported so far, other than the fact that both sides are still at the table.
We are cautiously optimistic because the talks have resumed, and that is a good thing, and we hope that continues, and we hope to build upon that in the coming days.
But time is running out. On Tuesday, the UN issued its strongest warning yet that northern and central Gaza are on the brink of famine, saying Israel must allow more aid into the conflict zone, and failing to do so could be considered a, quote, war crime.
The clock is ticking. Everyone, especially those with influence, must insist that Israel acts.
An Israeli delegation is traveling to the White House to brief administration officials on plans to protect civilians in Rafah.
Guys, that was a very, very touching story. I mean, this conflict, the whole story, the whole fight between different countries, between countries and countries, like, how did this start? How did all this start? I mean, it is so sad. And then, I mean, fighting, destroying, come on. It is getting out of hand, and I think this is the right time for the government, for the people to stand up and then see how they can sort these things out. I mean, that was a very sad one. That was a very, 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 very sad story. I mean, looking at that video, I felt so bad. Like, you know, when you see things like that and then you see yourself in a particular location where things like that doesn't reach you, you tend to say, oh God, thank you, and all those things. I mean, that was so sad. And guys, if you really enjoyed that video from Douglas Murray, do all to smash your like button, join the family, join AB React by clicking on your subscribe button, and of course on your notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I upload a video. If you have recommendations, suggestions, guys, always do well to leave them right there in the comment section. Alright, every square, you know I can't wait to see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe, stay positive, don't touch that dial, guys. Bye.